Before we get started, the first thing you want to do when you open Oily Tools is look for this Alerts tab in the bottom. If you don't have this tab, it means that you don't have the latest version of Oily Tools that supports the new push notification feature, and you're going to want to go update your Oily Tools in your App Store or Google Play Store. Now, I have seen at times where the App Store does not want to update the app. It just keeps opening the existing app that you have installed. When you see that happen, the easiest way to resolve that problem is just delete the application and reinstall it, and that will force the App Store to install whatever the latest version is that they hold in their repository. So first, get the latest version of Oily Tools. When you get the latest version of Oily Tools, you're going to want to open the application and click on the More tab. And when you click on the More tab, you'll get this list of features that's been in here for a while now, but you'll want to scroll down to the account area. There's a new feature called Settings. You'll tap Settings. In the Settings window, we've got 3 new features here. We're going to focus on the one labeled Notifications. This is where you go inside of Oily Tools and configure the push notifications that you would like to receive from the Oily Tool server. So I'm going to tap Notifications. And to show you what this looks like when you first open it, I'm going to turn all of mine off. So when you first come into this notification window, this is probably the view that you're looking at. It may look slightly different depending on your phone and version of operating system that you're running, but in short, you'll see 4 notification sections with an on-off toggle. We'll go through each of the notifications at a really high level and then dig into each one and the configuration that's available for each one. The first is Oily Tools Updates. This is basically a push notification that will alert you every time we complete our process of pulling the data from Young Living, calculating all of the commissions, and running all of our reports and post transformations. So when you turn this on, you'll get a push notification every time we update data from the VO. And as the small text says, this is really to feed your addiction. If you're addicted to Oily Tools like I am, you want to know every time it updates, and this is how you can be notified of that so that you get this push notification, you know all of your information just got updated, and you can hop in and check your most recent numbers or stats. The next notification category is for new rankers. It's really important in your business to know when people rank up so that you can congratulate them or just be aware of how your team is growing. And what will happen here is when a person reaches a new high rank, so example, person was a senior star last month, that's their highest rank they've ever achieved. When they hit executive, you'll get a push notification as soon as we find out. So typically within an hour or so of them making rank, you could potentially get a push notification for that. And it's actually the case that sometimes you will be notified before they even realize that they've made their rank, which is really awesome because you can call them and congratulate them on this new rank, and it shows that you're really paying attention not only to your business and your rank, but to the people in your team. So we'll turn this feature on. When we turn this feature on, we get 2 additional configuration options. One is to limit this notification to just your personally enrolled. This is here because as your team grows, you may not want to be notified on every new ranker in your entire organization. If you only want to be notified on people that you have personally enrolled, where you are the enroller, you would turn this on. And now I'm only going to get notifications for people who have a new rank if I am their enroller. The other configuration option that you have is maximum level. Maybe you do want to get notified on everyone, whether you're the enroller or not, but you only want to get notified maybe 5 or 10 or 15 levels deep. You can come here and put in the maximum level that you'd like to be notified. And you can use both of these configuration options in conjunction with one another. So if I use this configuration, I am saying I only want to get new rankers for my personally enrolled people up to a level of 10. If I just use the maximum level, I'm saying notify me on new rankers, whether I am the enroller or not, up to my level 10. And if I have this configuration, this means notify me on any new ranker in my organization, period. The next category is new members. I'm going to turn these off so that we can see it in the window. The next category is new members. This will alert you anytime a new member is placed in your downline, and that's either because someone has enrolled a new person in your downline or potentially someone in the orphan pool is placed in your downline by Young Living. So if you turn this feature on, By default, you're going to get notified every time you get a new member in your team. As your team grows, that may get noisy. Maybe you don't want to know every time there's a new member in your team. So we have an additional configuration here for what's the maximum level that you would like to get notified on. So if I put 10, I'm going to get any new member that's placed in my organization as long as they are within the first 10 levels of my organization. The last notification is for product stock. When you turn on product stock, this is the initial configuration that you'll see. What it means to have just this configuration as it sits right now is that we will notify you of product stock changes, whether it comes in stock or goes out of stock, on the items that you have favorited in the product tool of Oily Tools. And I'm going to take a break real quick and show you what that means. So with this configuration, let me know when product stock changes, but it's only for my favorited items. I'm going to go back into the More section. There's a feature called Product Search. And in this product search, initially this screen is blank because nothing has been favorited. But when you search for something like, say, Valor, and you can see here Valor 2, I don't have it favorited because I have this gray heart. If I click that heart, or tap that heart rather, it turns it to a pink heart. That means I've favorited it now, and if I'm back on the product list, it'll show up in this list. That's how you favorite products in Oily Tools. Let me go back now to the notification settings. So with the configuration that I currently have here, it means that I will only be notified of stock changes on the products I have favorited. If you want notifications on any product, whether you have favorited it or not, you would turn all products on. This means you will get product in stock and out of stock notifications on any product, whether you have it in your favorites list or not. Now, some people would rather not get out of stock notifications. They only want to get in stock notifications. There's another configuration that you can turn on so that you get product stock notifications on all products, but only when there is an in-stock message that comes that becomes available. You won't get any out-of-stock notifications. Now, my quick tip is that I actually don't turn this feature on because I like getting in-stock and out-of-stock notifications, primarily because if there's a product that goes out of stock that I'm pretty sure many people use on their, say, Essential Rewards order, I like to know that it's out of stock so that you could potentially notify your team that a product has gone out of stock, and if it's on their ER orders, encourage them to go put something else on their ER order. So my typical configuration would look something like this. Oily Tools updates, give me new rankers. I may put a maximum level here. I don't use the personally enrolled because typically I'd rather see people up to a certain level in the organization that have ranked up and not just limit it to personally enrolled. But some people like just seeing personally enrolled. And then new members, I would also put some type of maximum level here. And again, as your team grows, that's when you would probably use this additional configuration. And then for product stock, I use this configuration. I want product stock notifications, and I want it for all products. And I leave this off because I want it for in stock and out of stock. Now, once these configurations have been set, you need to also make sure, and I can't show you this on this device, but you need to make sure in the phone's settings itself that notifications are enabled for Oily Tools, because in some cases it's showing as off, and I'm not sure why the phone would do that, but it is possible. I've seen it. The other thing to take note of is if you're not getting push notifications, the first thing to look at is this Alerts tab. And if you see that you're getting alerts in the Alerts tab, but not getting push notifications, then there's probably some configuration issue. And what you could do is look to make sure that you've got the configuration in the app correct. Make sure you've got the configuration in your phone correct. And then what I've seen be very helpful if you're running into this issue is explicitly log out of Oily Tools, which you do under the More. So under More, there's a logout option. So log out of Oily Tools, restart your phone, and then log back into Oily Tools. And that seems to resolve any issue that I've seen so far with people having problems getting their push notifications. Now, that doesn't mean there potentially isn't another reason why you might get them, but use that as a quick debugging tool. Log out of Oily Tools, restart the phone, log back into Oily Tools, and then, of course, wait until the next data pull is complete, and you should start getting push notifications. A good indicator, as I said, is you want to make sure you're getting alerts here. If you're not getting alerts here, it means that you have something configured incorrectly, most likely in the notification settings of the application. Hope this has been helpful, and hope you'll enjoy the push notifications. Well, that's it for this video. We look forward to sharing more videos with you guys in the future.